Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of my 7-day series on anchoring the light for the winter solstice. Each day, I am sharing reflections about one of the seven main chakras, the energy centers in our body, and reflecting on ways that we can shed and let go of what is no longer serving us, and also to reflect on the blessings that have come into our lives this past year and what energies are we opening up to call in new light as we enter a new year. And as I've been mentioning right along in each day, we are coming to the close of a year of deep shedding and endings and stepping into a year of new beginnings, but it's not just a new year, it's about stepping into a whole new, bigger cycle of awakening for us, both as individuals and as a collective. So, today I'm talking about the heart chakra, which is the center chakra. This is where we experience love in all of its dimensions. This is where we extend self love. Um, to ourselves and compassion, but it is also where we connect with others in love, both family, friends, as well as romantic love. And as we breathe and we work with the element of air in the heart chakra, we're also reminded that we're all connected as to a greater whole, that there is a connection to all of us, that even though we are these individual human beings with individual personalities, that on some level we are separate, but on the other level we are all connected through our humanity. And so this the element of air is something that we all share. We all breathe it in and we all exhale it out. And so this energy center, on the flip side, on the shadow side of it, is about needing to find forgiveness. And it is also about where we're carrying our grief. And at this time of year, grief can really rise to the surface and be very raw, especially if we are missing loved ones at the holidays. And so it's important to take the time to connect with yourself and to really give yourself some love, some compassion if you are indeed experiencing grief, and also reflecting on if there's anything you need to forgive about this year. Maybe it's about forgiving yourself for not stepping up and doing something that you said you'd do. Maybe it's about forgiving another person for disappointing you. Um, and so this energy center is about releasing and letting go of what needs to be forgiven, as well as tending to our grief. And when I say release, when I talk about release and letting go, it's not about getting rid of anything. All of our feelings, and the heart chakra is all about feeling the feels, um, but it's about allowing them the space that they need to find wholeness, to find a way to integrate as a part of the tapestry of your human experience. So when I say release, it's just about letting go of the grip of it all. Oftentimes we hold tension on our shoulders because we are holding on to emotions that, we're not ready to deal with. So it is about finding the time and the sacred space to tend to those heavier emotions. And then on the light side, when we open up our hearts to the vibration of love and that connection with one another, and also through the vibration of joy, then we start to open up and feel that connection, and allow that vibration of love to nourish us. And so I'm just going to invite you now to place your hands on your heart and drop your eyelids and just take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, just allowing your heart to open both in the front and the back between the shoulder blades. You may even wish with each inhale and exhale to imagine a flower sitting in the middle of your heart center. And with each exhale, it just opens and blooms a little more with each breath. And as you breathe and allow this opening to happen, giving yourself some love and some compassion, just reflecting on what needs to be let go, what needs release, what needs forgiveness. And where does your grief over losses, loss of loved ones, where are you in connection with your grief? Or perhaps it's the grief over the loss of something else in your life, a situation, a job, something you'd set out to do and it didn't work out, the disappointment and the grief over that. So grief comes in many ways. So just breathing, and on the exhale, just allowing some spaciousness come through around these heavier sides of the heart chakra that we carry with us. And as you allow this opening to happen, allowing the ray of a beautiful emerald green light, or it could be a pink light, to come through, and allowing it to come through and down through the top of your head and down through your neck and shoulders and into your heart center. And just feeling this color ray of green and pink to anchor itself into your heart, to allow this light in. And in allowing this light in, you remember all the joys of love and the expressions of love that you experienced this past year. Perhaps you spent time with family and got to experience, the coming together of family that lives at a distance, and coming together and being with one another and experiencing that joy and love. Or it could be the joy and love of your friendships. Perhaps there were occasions where these beautiful relationships, you all came together and you experienced that joy and love and connection. Or perhaps it's experiencing the joy and the love of an animal companion. Love comes to us in many different forms, and animals most certainly share their unconditional love with us. So taking a moment to appreciate those dimensions of love that you've experienced this year. And in doing so, I invite you to bring your hands into what we call in Reiki Gaso, which is sometimes known as prayer position or namaste. This is the right and the left hand coming together to bring the masculine and feminine into harmony with one another at the heart chakra. And just taking in a couple more deep breaths and anchoring this beautiful light of love into your heart. And then gently open your eyes. So thank you for joining me today as I reflect on the heart chakra. And just as a reminder, tomorrow on Friday evening, I am hosting a Winter Solstice new moon virtual circle, and the link to register is in the comments. It would be wonderful to have you join us, and it'll be a deeper dive into this inner work around the deeper shedding of this past year, but also preparing ourselves to anchor that light to support us with these new beginnings. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow when we talk about the throat chakra. Take care. Bye-bye.